So the problem with passport bros movement, it seems like it's become a social media movement to shame women. I consider that a different scenario than men who are quality material for relationships, meaning they can go abroad and support a family, in the extended family abroad, because that's what you're going to be doing as a man. When you support a woman abroad, you're going to be supporting her family as well, many times. So if you're going with the right attitude abroad and you're not bringing evil, hateful rhetoric against American women, I support anybody going where they're celebrated. But if we're popping up in commentary saying, bros, where's the passports? Then it's a divisive social media movement. So I can understand, because I live abroad, there's a big difference. So, dangling it and bragging about it and using it as a way to demean people and shame people is a little bit different. And so that's who I'm responding to. This hashtag passport bros movement is different than somebody who is genuinely relationship material and are going overseas with good energy. You're going over there because you're ready to be married, you're ready to date, you're ready to learn the language, you're ready to stick it out, because it's not easy living in another country, guys. And it's fantasized, it's romanticized. I see nothing but objective women being objected sexually on videos and YouTube to lure men abroad. And there's a whole different life once you land and decide to commit to having a relationship. It's not all shits and giggles and funs and party and just sex. So I understand that there's a big difference. And if you are quality relationship material, I believe you deserve to go where you're celebrated.
Well, you can see, you know, I wrote a response, right? Earnest response to her video, and she responded with "Goodbye, Dusty." All right, so you see where her head is. She claims that she travels abroad or whatever. She has some business. I remember looking her up. You know, there was nothing of any real consequence. It's nothing. Black women are they're they should have coined that phrase, "save yourself," because they've been saving themselves for a minute now, while fucking up the community. They one hand in one basket and another hand in the other basket and shit. And now that you're catching up and shit, they want to control. They want to make a bottleneck and shit to control how you move. And you got to deny that to them, okay? That's your job. Just regularly speaking, and just imagine if you have found out that somebody had been cheating you out of your money, your legacy and shit for a prolonged time, a bit of time and shit, and then you still had to deal with them, and they were gonna try to control how you moved and how much success you have. Irregardless, I don't need advice from a female about moving abroad. There's plenty of men out there, men of consequences, men with of means that can, pass that knowledge to other men and shit. And the reason you don't see them in the black community is because you can't build anything there. There's a number of black billionaires in the country, and I'm not talking about the ones that we see all the time and shit. But they know they can't build anything down here and shit because, that's a project. All right, literally a project. All right. Monahan report told you what's what and shit. Told everybody what's what. And they ignored it and shit. We have this problem today. All right, I want my fucking reparations based on this. All right, and based on the fact that our women are so fucked up and shit that we can't. They owe us money for that. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna drag this chick and shit. I went back and I made another reply. When she wrote that "Goodbye, Dusty" and shit. What my reply was? My simple reply was, "I think you have me confused with your upper lip." Yeah, that was my reply. That was my crass retort. All right, that's my crash retort. I think I had a little, I wrote on there, well, what I wrote, and then she wrote "Goodbye, Dusty" and shit. I I just said she had me confused with her upper lip and shit. Okay? Miss, we don't need your help. We don't need you to give us any instructions about how to move or do anything. And you're not fooling anyone. You're another, pseudo-intellectual misandrist full of her own, fecal matter and shit. Okay? You're full of shit. All right? You're full of it. All right? You and the other women that keep making these goddamn videos, you're fucking full of it. Okay? You want to control how we move. Okay? And if you can't do that, you want to try to bottleneck the shit. Okay? No, that's not happening. That's not happening and shit. Okay? We're going to the four corners of the world. Okay? And some of the guys are just going to have sex and party and shit. Okay? And that's their right to do that. You were doing that. I mean, you guys are traveling to the Caribbean and Italy and Greece and shit, and doing God knows what. When we have an inkling over here in the colonies and shit, we see your activities over here. It's got to be much worse on the world stage and shit. All right? And that's why we have a bad look on the world stages. African Americans. Because of you females and shit. I intend to make some videos about that too, if I haven't already at the time of this recording. But I want to say, hey, we don't need your fucking help. All right? We don't need anything from you. All right? And, low-key speaking and shit, I read between all the fucking lines and shit. We're not going to check our tone. We're not going to be quiet about it and shit. We're going to talk about it. We don't care how you feel about it. If you feel it's negative towards black women, then I suppose you are correct in that assumption. It is negative towards them because they get nothing out of it after leeching off us for decades, okay, and miseducating the sons of the community and shit, okay? That's why you have a dearth of fucking viable partners and shit with which to do whatever with, okay? And you got your simps and your male feminists and your pookies and shit and other criminals and shit, these degenerates, and those are the people you're going to make some kind of life with, okay? That's a dystopian Orwellian future you're looking at, shit, okay, that you don't want to admit. And this lady says she is a passport sister? A girl, I guess? I don't know, shit. I don't know what she calls herself. I know she got a fucked up long jaw. She would get that. Mr. Incredible called and he wants his fucking jaw back. Okay, nigga? Alright? You need to scrape some of that shit off your face. You look like you're dead. Alright? Look like you're fucking embalmed and shit, okay? The idea is to look like an exotical and shit. A tragic mulatta. That's why I say tragic, because you can't get your head out of your own ass and shit. The first ostrich I ever saw that could, bend its head and neck, backwards and insert it into its own ass. Okay? That's you. That's you, baby. You're smelling yourself, okay? You're smelling the rock is cooking and shit. You smelling that in your own butt crack and shit, okay? Because your head up in there. Don't worry, you got plenty of company in there with the rest of these old misandrous biatches and shit, okay? Alright, this is your clapback, okay? I'm giving this to you. I wasn't going to give this to you. I did, respond normally to you and shit. I wanted to see what you would say. Quite honestly and shit. I didn't defame you or nothing. But I wanted to see what you were saying. You called me a fucking Dusty. Well, I find that hilarious, okay? I think it's awesome and shit, But I just decided to make some time for you and post this episode. All right. Now I have for you. I have a big ass middle finger and shit. Okay, middle finger. You read. Read. Well, you don't have to read between the lines. It's just right in front of your face and shit. But I know that if I don't tell you, you won't see it unless it's something you consider favorable. Alright? Now your sisters, you just, go sit your ass down. You're benched. You sit down and you watch the show. Okay? And whatever happens and shit, it's destiny.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.